Look how soft they are. See this? Since some are impatient, I'll show you quickly. Soft, juicy, full of filling. Yum yum. I'll start by activating the yeast. Put 40 grams of fresh yeast or 10 grams of dry yeast in a small bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of flour. Now pour in 200 milliliters of warm milk over everything. Mix well and let rest for about 10 minutes to activate the yeast. Meanwhile, mix 300 grams of ground hazelnuts or walnuts with 100 grams of sugar. Mix well. Then pour 100 milliliters of hot milk over everything. Now mix and combine everything like this. Be careful not to add too much milk. Mix with 150 to 200 grams of your cream. You can add more or less. You can use just the scalded hazelnuts or walnuts. Here I'm making a combination that both kids and adults will love. Once everything is mixed and combined, let it cool to thicken slightly. While I scalded the nuts and measured 850 grams of flour. The yeast became active. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, then mix everything. Now add the activated yeast. 200 milliliters of water. 60-70 grams of melted butter. 100 grams of sugar. And 2 whole eggs. First, mix everything together. Then I'll knead it. When the dough comes together like this and becomes very sticky, add a little more flour. Add about a pinch or 2. Just what you can grab, about 20 to 30 grams of flour. For these rolls, the dough should be as soft as possible, literally sticking to your hands completely. Later, when it rises, and we add some flour during kneading, it won't stick anymore, but it will stay nice and soft. Now pour about 20 milliliters of oil over it. Dip your hand slightly and continue kneading. You can see how it releases from the bowl and doesn't stick anymore thanks to the oil. Now let it rest for about 30 to 60 minutes, depending on your time and room temperature. Transfer the risen dough to the work surface. And give it a light knead. Add some flour if it sticks. Dust the surface with flour, then divide the dough into 14 pieces. You can make fewer pieces, depending if you prefer smaller or larger rolls. Shape each piece of dough into a ball. Place the balls on the floured surface. Where you see a larger ball, pinch off some dough to add to the smaller pieces. After making the last ball, dust with some flour. Cover with a cloth and let rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. Lightly coat a dough ball in flour, flatten it slightly wider. Then roll it out lengthwise with a rolling pin. Place the filling here. Fold over and seal well. Cut with a pizza cutter. And roll up. Place the rolled pastry to the side. You can also work with 2 pieces of dough at once. The great thing about these rolls is you don't need to be too precise. However you stretch them will work fine. The only important part is sealing well since there's lots of filling. The rest doesn't matter much. The dough is soft, so the rolls will turn out great. And since they're rolled, no one will notice imperfections. Take a large baking sheet with raised edges and arrange the rolls. I arrange them in 2 rows of 7. Divide your dough into 10, 12, 14 or 16 pieces depending on your baking sheet size to get the right number of rolls that fit your pan. After arranging them, let them rest for about 20 to 30 minutes. After resting, melt about 60 grams of butter and brush all the rolls. While doing this, preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, and when the rolls are brushed and the oven is hot, bake them. Here they are. The rolls are baked golden brown. Baking time was about 25 to 30 minutes. After baking, brush them with the remaining butter, left from brushing before baking. Let the rolls cool slightly before serving. Look how beautifully these sweet rolls turned out. Soft and juicy.